Here I am, still alive. I haven't done a live, like, talk video in a while that's public. But I'm here, and I'm gonna just, at this moment, do a quick recant type of thing. Just kind of run down what has happened in the last couple weeks. And I'll do something a little more detailed in a little bit. And I'm not sure if that one will end up being public. So, the fights and the abuse were just too much. Oh, and it's November 7th, 2021. Daylight savings or whatever. Well, no, like turn the clocks forward, right? Is that how it works? Yeah. Whatever it is. I'm just still bewildered and blindsided by everything. Like, I still can't even believe it. So, me and Tom got in a huge fight again. It was the 17th of October. And once again, it became violent. Things got broken. I got hit in the eye with a 12-pack beer bush, and split my eye open, bleeding. And it's just like, I could just tell it was going to lead up to a violent episode again, and I just couldn't take it. So I got brave for a second time and called the police. And I asked for state troopers or sheriffs. I didn't want Camillus because of how they handled the last one and how that fucking bullshit happened. And of course, they sent one sheriff and two Camillus. It's ridiculous. And they came up, and I went to the door, and they said, "Does he know that you called?" And I said, "No." They told me to go outside and stand near his car, and they came in and talked to him before they even talked to me. Then they came out and talked to me, and I told them, what happened and what happened the last time, and I showed them my eye, which was bleeding. You can't see it anymore, but I got a cut. It went like this, and it was bleeding in black and blue immediately. And they just pretty much, the conclusion of it all was that they don't have to tell him to leave. That that he agreed that he would leave me alone the rest of the night, and the cops completely invalidated my experience and told me that if I was really scared and I feared for my safety and my life, that they will take me to the Vera house, and if I really am, then I'll go. And I'm like, you're gonna tell me that I need to go to the Vera house when this is my home that I've owned for 28 years? I'm on the deed. It's not even like, come on, this is my house, and he gets to stay, but I have to run away from home. And I'm like, what about the fact that he assaulted me and my eye is cut and bleeding? And the cop says, I don't see anything wrong with your eye. I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, this is absolutely insane. Just fucking unbelievable. And I was just like, I'm not leaving my house. I'll go down with my ship. This is my home. I'm not leaving him here with my animals and to destroy my house. Then you're gonna be like, oh, well, I didn't see the walls before, so it's your word against his that he damaged the walls. I mean, anyone could have been there last night. This is the way the police handle things. I even mentioned the fact that even with this Gabby thing in the news, like, this is really how you're gonna. And once again, I said, this is why women don't call the police, and this is why women end up dead sometimes, because this is absolutely asinine. Um, that's fucking unbelievable. So they left, and I came in, and I pretty much took the kittens and Olivia, and I put like a little barricade so no one could get out of my bedroom because I have no door because he demolished the door and ripped it off the frame. So I just have sheets. So I put like a board and um, a baby gate, and I went in there and he just was like talking shit, walking around doing this, that. And he was on the phone with somebody, and I thought it sounded like a woman. And he was just talking so much fucking degrading shit about me to this person, and all kinds of bullshit, threatening stuff. Like, and at like I think it was like 1 or 2 in the morning, he left, and he never came back. He still isn't back. He had left his 2 dogs here, who have shit and pissed on every fucking thing. I've secluded them from into the living room for a while, for 2 months now, because they'd already destroyed it, and I just didn't want them pissing and shitting on my bed, my blankets, my clothes, my everything, in my bedroom. Like, it's fucking unbelievable. Like, there's a video or 2 about it. Um, I think they're private though. And like I kept like trying to contact them to say you need to get your dogs out of here. I'm gonna have to surrender them. They're not my responsibility, and they've destroyed every fucking thing: the walls, the sheetrock, the entertainment unit, the china cabinet, the couches, the top of the couches, side of the couches, all the carpeting. The padding's gonna have to be replaced. The tack strip, gonna have to kilt paint and resub floor, and everything's a total loss. The living room's gonna have to be gutted, literally. And he wasn't even taking care of them when he was here. Like, he barely fed them. He let them out 3 times in 2 months that I witnessed. Um, Water, no, they were getting skinnier, and like it was just like fucking unbelievable. So then it got put in my lap, and so like 7 days went by, and he still hadn't gave a fuck about these dogs or thought about coming back for them or even ask about them even once. So the whole time that he was gone, I kept saying, he said he was in Richland staying with friends that I'd never heard of. And I asked him over and over again because he kept saying he wanted to come home. He missed me, he loved me. He wanted to fix it, make it work. And I'm like, so, okay, send me your location on Facebook. You can pin your location and it'll show me where you are. And he came up with every excuse in the world. He didn't know how to do it. He didn't get good reception. He blah blah blah. Then one day, I demanded it. If you're ever gonna come back, be allowed to come back, then you need to do that. So he did a Google Maps where the place where you're coming from should have said location with a little red thing there. Instead, he typed in the road and thought that I was stupid. So that was another thing. So, I mean, at this point, I was pretty positive. I was like, I was positive from the beginning, though, but I mean, this is like, sure, yeah, okay, you're at your ex girlfriend's house, and I know it. And she answered the phone one night, and that's how I know. He denies that she couldn't have answered the phone. He wasn't with her. There's no way. But I had a conversation with her, so like you're treating me like I'm fucking stupid or like you're playing stupid, but you really are stupid because you think that I'll believe your stupidity. It's just absolute asinine insanity. And so I packed up the dogs in a crate one night and got a ride out to Oswego where she lives and pulled up on her street, and there's this car, and gotcha, bitch, you lying piece of shit. You left my house and immediately went to your ex-girlfriend's. And I don't think this is the first time that you've snuck off to her. because like a week before he didn't come back and he stayed somewhere, and I'm pretty positive that that's where he was too. But he'll never admit it. I mean, literally, if I see him there, like I'm like, I put the dogs on the porch, I knocked on the door, I got back to the car, I texted and I said, "Your dogs are on the porch. It's kind of cold out. You might want to bring them in." And then he got all defensive and freaking psycho rage filled at me because he got caught, and he said, I wasn't here at all these days. I didn't even talk to her. I just actually showed up here an hour before you got here." Some fucking stupid asshole. Yeah, doesn't work that way. So yeah, he still is trying to say that that's what happened. Just conveniently, it was like, oh, she just happened. I mean, he just happened to be there an hour before, or whatever. He still is defending that, and yeah, yeah. So he's still there, and he's able to drink every night, and he still hasn't paid his insurance, so that's canceled. Um, his car payment is like 5 or 6 months overdue. He was 3 months away from paying it off completely, and now his phone is shut off, and I don't know what he's doing because when he was here all day, all night, he was playing freaking cards on his phone, card games, and there he's not on his phone at all. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He claims he's sleeping on the floor and he hasn't touched her. And um, I don't give a fuck, dude. You left, and I didn't kick you out. You left. You never came back, and you went right to your ex-girlfriends that you were with for 15 years. And you sit there and you're like, I know you cheated. Did you cheat on me? Like non-stop cheater, blah blah blah. Like, dude, I haven't cheated on you. I haven't gone anywhere. When I leave because you're violent, you know where I'm going. I tell you where I am, and that's the only place I go. And I always answer my phone and my text messages. You lies, all lies. No messaging, no responding, no calls, no answering his phone. It's all bullshit. Games. So she's slandered the fuck out of me and him all over her Facebook. She's shared pictures of me next to pictures of her to say that I look 15 years older than her. She's like 58 or some shit. She says the most slanderous, degrading, nasty shit about me all over her Facebook with my name, where I live. And she's called him toxic and a monster, and said nasty shit about him for like 2 years now. And that's where he decided to run to. Not only will those dogs piss and shit all over her entire house, but between the three of them, they'll all piss and shit all over her fucking entire life. Took him back probably a lot of the reason to say, haha, fuck you bitch to me, but you didn't win. I win. Because you're goddamn. And I have my life back. So I'm gonna leave it there. It's sad. I would have wished for something different, but alright, ta-ta for now. I got a phone call.